everybody. I am doing my nails again, obviously, and I'm doing another braid. So I did everything except for the braid again, like I did in the last video. I have again another mix on from Danielle. It has RosePath, Jewel of Mumbai, Treasure Island, and RaspberryRemix. So I also pulled out an overlay of Siren Secrets. That's from one of the subscription boxes, and I have that over all of the strips. And then I took out a deep diving Tuesday to add in because at first when I went and looked at this mix, I thought this strip here was black, and it may look black on the camera, I can't tell, but it's actually not. It's a very deep navy blue, and I didn't have anything else that looked like that really, and I felt like deep diving was going to be the closest, so I'm going to use that in the braid to bring in that like bluish color in the braid. And then there was one white strip in this mix, which I think was one of them from RosePath, and I put Treasure Island over that because Treasure Island is sheer. If you can see, I've got it on my pinky with Siren Secrets over it, and it is a sheer strip, like more of an overlay, like kind of like the Secret Agent sets where it's got that finish to it that can kind of change what's underneath it. So I wanted to have it in the braid as more of a solid pink versus having that sheer color and causing it to be kind of like changing color with whatever strip I put it in over, you know? So, what else? I think that's it. We'll go ahead and get started. I'm gonna build this one on my nail so you guys can see that, because the last one I built on a strip and then put down on my nail. So I wanted to do the opposite now of how to do that, just so you guys could see it. I thought you would like to see that. So I'm gonna go ahead first and cut out a bunch of lines with my strips here. And I'm gonna use my hole punch again, because again, I don't really want to worry about cutting straight. So if I use my hole punch, I know the lines that I have are going to be straight. So we've got this teal color, but it's a really deep color. It's a really deep diving is a super pretty color. If you've never used it, it's gorgeous. So it's a really nice color. I think it's going to give a good, like, vibrant bit to our braid. I wanted to do a 4-strand braid. I was thinking about doing a 4-strand braid and using the white as the 4th color, but then I realized that Treasure Island was sheer, which I should have known. I've used it before, but I forgot. And so I decided to go back to doing just a 3-strand braid. I still have out this other strip here, deep diving, in case I need it, but it's, you know, we're just going to use these 3 colors. So we'll go ahead and get these all punched out. What I did is I had 2 thumb strips of RaspberryRemix. So I just cut the top bit off of the thumb strip to save to do my braid, just in case this little tiny pinky wasn't enough of that strip. So, you know what? I'm gonna do this one before I do these, because I wanna do, so we'll do this color, we'll do the light pink, and then the dark pink, so that they're kind of, you know, we've got the light in between the 2 dark colors. So I'm gonna do, see here, try and get as much as I can out of this one strip because I only have the one. And so, but like last time I said, I didn't put my piles in order. of how I was using the color. So this time I want to make sure I do that so I have it, it's easier to remember like what color am I doing next. So that's why I stopped and decided to do my pink strip before my light pink strip before doing the darker pink one, so that I have them in order of how I'm going to use them. I think we can use this bit here. So I'm going to cut that out. I think we might be able to get one more line if I get this positioned correctly here. There we go. Okay, so we've got a few of those. I think that hopefully should be enough. I didn't really want to double anything like I did with the last one, because if you remember the last one, the mani just before this with the Plant Mom and Holy Toledo and whatnot in it, I had taken each of the strips that I used in the braid and I put a glitter overlay on them to make them glittery strips. I wish I hadn't done that because it was super, super thick because of that. And, you know, because a braid's going to be thick already, layering strips on top of each other. So having that overlay on top of it, it made it hard. It was super, super thick, and I didn't like that. I don't like my strips getting thick at all. Okay, these are going to be hard to punch. You know what I need? I need a Post-it. Post-it. I know I have somewhere on this desk. I have a pad of Post-its. So I put it in a drawer, maybe? No. Hold on. Okay. So, Post-it works if your strip is a little bit short of getting inside of your hole puncher. You can stick your strip to the sticky part and then use your Post-it to hold it. I'm trying to figure out what would be the best way here. Let's see. I'm actually gonna wrap this around a little bit here. I'm just wondering if putting it in this way. No, I don't think it's any better. All right, so we'll do this. All right, so it actually pulled the strip right off the backing. All right, I want to try and keep that just in case I end up needing it. So I'm gonna put it back on there and we'll put it up here. And then we'll do the next one. I'm not gonna do this time. I'm just gonna fold it over on itself so I have less in the way. And then I bet you anything, I've got a piece stuck in here because not all of it came out. There it is. That one could also be used, so. All right. see here. All right. There we go. So we've got quite a few extra bits here that I don't think we're gonna need. So I can probably seal up this other RaspberryRemix and the other strip of deep diving, but I'm gonna wait until I'm basically done with this and know that I don't need another bit of deep diving to do that. So, all right, I'm gonna start with deep diving, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna build this on our nail this time. So it's gonna be a little bit harder process doing it that way. It also will take a little bit longer. But, you know, actually, I should take, because we're gonna have a little bit at the base that doesn't get covered. So I've got plenty of RaspberryRemix. Let's do this. I'm gonna take a little piece of, oh crap, I forgot I already picked this up with the, all right, we'll use our other tweezers. This should be fine. I'm gonna take this little bit of RaspberryRemix here first. Come on. This is why it's so much easier doing it on a strip versus on your nail, because I wouldn't have to worry about this part if I was building this on a colored strip. You know, the last one I did on the glitter overlay strip. So I still had like a little negative space at the bottom, but that was my intention with it. If you don't want to have negative space at the bottom, you can either build it on a solid colored strip, or if you put one of your strip colors down first here, cool. All right, so that's gonna fill in that bottom space for us. Oh, okay, great. Oh, wow. More Minecraft chatter, ladies, if you... Okay. Okay, great. All right, so what we want to do is take our first strip and put it to like the corner of our nail here. Not quite that much of a angle though, but we want it angled across. So same thing that we did when we were laying it down on the strip on the desk, but instead we're going to just keep doing this on our nail. Aiden, please, mommy is recording. I need you to be quiet, buddy, okay? All right, so we got down the first one. Now we're gonna do one of these guys. Let's see if this one is long enough. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we'll take this one off. Ah, and by the way, I didn't say it when I first started the video. This is a little bit of a tribute mani. So, you guys, I don't know if you remember, actually, when this box that had Siren Secrets in it came out, I did a mani using that set in honor of the fact that my son and my now daughter-in-law were going to be having their first baby. And our lovely little Aria was born about 2.5 weeks ago. So I'm very excited that little Ari is here with us now. So this Manny is to celebrate Aria's arrival, because Aria's middle name, well, and that's not her full name. Her name is Araya. Araya Rose is her middle name. So I thought RosePath was a good little tribute to her name. And then all the pink in this Manny for my first little granddaughter. I'm so excited that she's here. She's absolutely perfection, of course. I am biased, but you know, she is definitely perfect. Absolutely. So excited to have my first grandbaby, even though it makes me a grandma. My son and my daughter-in-law actually showed up like just kind of out of the blue yesterday to surprise me with the baby, and it literally made my day to see her again. I hadn't gotten to see her since I saw her in the hospital, so I was so excited to see her, and she was more awake this time with her little eyes open so I could see them. And then she took a little nappy on Grandma's chest, and that was awesome. So I am so happy to have her in the world. She's here. I'll pick one of the pictures that I have of her, and I'll put it at the end of the video with the nail fees so you can see her, the little beauty that she is. As you can tell already, she has Grandma wrapped around her finger. And I'm sure she'll have everybody else that way too. She's an adorable little girl, like so happy. So this one is for you, my little Ari, from Nani. Okay. All right, so now next strip, I'm gonna do this one. This is definitely a lot harder doing it on my fingernail, but you know, it is what it is, right? All right. So each time you put down a strip, you're having it go in the direction of not the strip before it, but the strip before that. So I lined up this pink one with our strip of deep diving. So now this deep diving strip should be aligned against the Treasure Island strip. So we're going to take that and put it down like this. Hold on. I'm going to turn it because it's got an angle in it already, which works against the edge of the nail. I just have to have it going at the right angle. Okay. When I first start a braid, I never like it. I think it looks horrible. But usually, by the time I get to the end of it, it's like, oh yeah, there we go. And it looks really good. So we'll see. Hopefully I feel that way about this one. I'm gonna put that piece down for a second here. And I always do lots of squishing as I go along to try and really seal those pieces of the braid down. Get this little bit right here. And you can leave cleanup till the end. You don't have to do it as you go. I kind of like to though, just to, I want to see it pretty and nice and whatnot. So, all right. So now we need another pink one going this way. That one's got a little bit of paper left on it. Okay, so we just did teal that way, so the pink this needs to line up with raspberry. So we want it to go like this, and then across right along the edge of RaspberryRemix. It's not, I mean, it's not horrible doing it on the nail, especially since I just did one. I feel like it's going a little bit easier. If I haven't, when I didn't do, you know, the last one when I did it, it was a little hard because it had been so long since I had done one that I really almost couldn't remember how to do it. But this being the second one in a row, I feel like it's actually not as hard as it normally would be for me to build on my nail, because I just did one like a couple days ago, so it's still kind of in my head. So again, we're just going across. I'm gonna cut a straight line here in this one. We're just going back and forth across the nail basically, and you're lining it up with the strip before again, or just, and you can definitely do a deeper angle than what I'm doing, but I like this more shallow angle in a braid. But you could do this at a much deeper angle and it would still come out the same. So when I'm saying like at a deeper angle, you could do it more like, you know, and it would still, it would look good. It wouldn't be it would just be a different look to it. Mine, when I'm doing it like this, to me more looks like a fishtail braid. I think when you do it at a deeper angle, it looks more like an actual braid, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it does in my head, so. But yeah, I mean, you can, there's so much you can do with these braids that are different, you know? And I think it looks like, the end result looks harder than what it was. Does that make sense? I don't know. But I think it's like, it looks like, oh wow, you've got this like crazy thing on your nails that must have been so hard to do, and it's really not. I mean, you're just taking strips of color and laying them across each other, so it's not like this crazy thing to have to do, but on your nail it looks like it, you know? I'm trying to keep this piece without it sticking to the mat here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I think these make this like really crazy look, but it's not as bad as it looks, you know? It's not as hard as it looks, but it looks like you took a lot of work to do that. Okay. Yeah, so this one needs to go like this. See, I didn't like it at first, but now that we are almost done with it, I do. I think it looks really good. I love how contrasting the colors are. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so now we need another raspberry piece. Let's see if this one will work here. Yeah, that should be long enough. All right. So we're gonna lay it so it is parallel with deep diving here. Trying to make it stretch a tiny bit more. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, I probably could do another one at the top here, but I don't know. Yeah, let's do, all right, so let's grab one of these little deep divings here. And that will go like this, kind of. Now, of course, it's getting hard because I said, oh, it's so easy. That's my punishment for saying it was going easy, that it doesn't want to work. There we go. All right, so let's just do a little smush here. And then over top of this, you definitely need like an overlay or clear as day, or a plumping top coat so that all the layers of this get kind of sealed together, you know? Or if you use like gel top coat like I do, that would be good on this too. A UV gel top coat to kind of seal all the layers together. All right, there is our finished braid. What do you guys think? I'm not gonna do the other one on camera with you guys because I feel like it's gonna be really long if I do that. It's already been 28 minutes just to do the one finger, and I think you guys get the idea with the one finger. So I don't think I necessarily need to show you doing my other one, but you'll see it in the nail fees when it's all finished. So there we go. This is my Miss Aria Rose tribute mani and my second braid mani, and I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you on the next one. Love you.